Hey, what's up YouTube? I'm Landon, and I'm about to make the news more interesting for you. But first, in my last video I asked you, what's the most shocking thing you've ever seen? And this is what you all said. Today's comment question of the day is, what's your biggest fear? Okay, so getting right into it, really messed up story about 44-year-old Darren. He brought his two sons up to his attic and told them that he has brand new toys for them to play with. And while they were up there, he went downstairs, used fuel, and started a fire. And then he went upstairs to join his two sons. One of them is Jack, who is 12 years old, and his other son is Paul, 9 years old. When they were upstairs, the fire started to get really big. Jack, the older son, was able to get out of the attic, but he suffered from really bad burns. All three of them were rescued by firefighters. Firefighters got there immediately, put out the fire. Ambulance came and quickly took these three to the hospital. So when they arrived at the hospital, the father and the youngest son passed away. And for the older son, he was able to hang in there. He was immediately put into intensive care. He had burns all over his body. You can just see him in this picture all bandaged up. I feel so bad for this guy. The burns was just too much for him, and he passed away 5 days after he was brought into the hospital. The mother was so upset and couldn't believe what just happened. Her ex-husband, along with her two sons, are dead. The mother was explaining that her two sons were trapped like rats in a trap by their cruel father. The mother was also saying that she had a divorce from their father, and he was telling her that she is never going to get anything. Little did she know what he actually meant. So in spite of her, he took his own life and also their sons. Okay, moving on, because that was a really sad story. So let's talk about one of the world's most advanced flying cars. It's being called Aeromobil 3.0. It was unveiled just a few days ago. This is a prototype model of a car that can actually take off from the ground. The development behind the Aeromobil is to allow people to travel freely. You know, without traffic jams or waiting at the airport forever. You can just get in your own car and take off. I wonder what the accident rate in the air is going to be. The company was saying that there's a lot of countries out there without any infrastructure, and there's no way to get in or out of their country. So with the flying car, they can do that. All the vehicle needs is 250 meters of strip of land to take off and about 50 meters of strips to land. Do you guys think that this is actually the future, and is it a good idea? Something else that could be the future is 3D printers that can do tattoos. A team of French designers have adapted a 3D printer and turned it into a tattooing machine that can draw any images onto your skin with pinpoint accuracy. It can puncture your skin up to 150 times per second, which means that tattoo is going to be completed so quick. You just get through all the pain in like seconds. There are many sensors that detect your skin, and this makes sure that it doesn't go through too deep. It just pierces the top layers. And because of how accurate it is, if this becomes a thing, I guess we can say goodbye to all those really bad looking tattoos. There's even a show on TV where they take bad tattoos and complete it with like an overtop tattoo that's huge, but it looks really sick. But this is kind of a bad idea for those tattoo artists out there, because say goodbye jobs, it's going to be really hard to compete against a machine. Maybe we need Arnold Schwarzenegger to fight against these machines. Okay, so the Toronto Raptors just played their season opener at home against the Atlanta Hawks. They were able to come out on top victorious 109-102. Miami Heat also started their season the other night without LeBron James. So the big question is, where are the Miami Heat going to finish? Are they going to be able to make playoffs? I mean, right now that team has gone to the finals 4 straight years. But with their first game, Chris Bosh took lead. He dominated and led their team in the most points, rebounds, and assists. A big man can throw the ball. He had 26 points, 15 rebounds, and 4 assists. And they were able to beat Washington 107-95. Okay, so moving on from winning to suing. A Montreal woman just sued Google. And that's because she saw herself on Google Maps and oops, she was showing cleavage. So she's suing them for not allowing herself to have her privacy. Google Maps, whenever they go out with their street vehicles and they capture people, what they usually do is blur out their face. What they didn't do was blur out her cleavage. I guess they overlooked it, or maybe they got distracted. But this unnamed woman doesn't want her cleavage to be accessed by anyone using Google Maps. So this picture was taken 5 years ago, and she's been in a lawsuit, and finally, she has won. She was able to sue Google. She didn't win a lot of money. She took home $2,250. Also, Google had to change the picture. So now this is what it looks like. You can't even see your house anymore. I think Google went a little bit overboard, but I guess they made sure that there's no cleavage at all. Do you think people should be allowed to sue Google for their street view vehicles picking them up, you know, in their images? Anyways, LP viewers, this is all the news stories I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. It means the world to me, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey! Hey, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to share it around and hit that like button. And just below me is the subscribe button. Why don't you click on that so you'll always be up to date with my newest video. And if you guys look over to your left right now, there's 2 videos that you can be clicking on right now. So what are you waiting for? Okay, bye.